What is something a lot of couples do too early in the relationship? Like maybe they say, I love you 2 weeks in, or I know with some type of couples, they tend to move in really fast, like a month in. So what is something that you deem to be too early that couples are doing? Because there's a couple that likes to speed in the dating world and people think it should be illegal. I'm going to start off with David. What is something that you think is too early?
Children names. I've heard so many couples.
Oh, people planning their babies' names?
Uh-huh.
So how early is too early?
I'd say, like, you know, I mean, the earliest I've heard it was like a weekend, which is ridiculous.
A week?
Yes.
How old are these people?
They were like 20.
Oh my. Okay, so you're pretty much an adult.
Yeah, I know, but still, actually, kind of just crazy. Like a week into the relationship, just talking about what are we.
So I think Timothy is definitely on the table. How do you feel?
How about Bartholomew?
I also think maybe Nancy is something for a middle name. I don't know if you think Nancy's good.
These are crazy names.
I think Nancy is on the table.
What happened? What?
What is going
What
on?
happened?
I think Devin lost it.
I think Devin was trying to sit in the scene. He fell. What happened?
I got on my chair backwards.
Oh. I see.
Me and Linda just found that really funny.
Wow. But
Like a cool kid
Yeah,
now?
it sounded like a cool kid.
so I mean, what names were they thinking about?
Bartholomew was one of them.
You're kidding.
No. Bartholomew, we had Jude.
If my last name was Alan, I'd name my kid Bartholomew.
If your last name was what?
Alan.
Bartholomew Allen.
Yeah, Barry Allen.
Yeah.
You were okay. If I had a cool last name,
I already know my kids' names though.
Huge.
I'm 20 years old and I know my kids.
Hugh.
You know your kids?
I don't know my kids.
I already know my kids.
See,
like a time
the
travel.
tricky
Time travel,
thing is that when you're naming your child, you got to think of it like not just for the child's sake, but think of it as for their adult life's sake too. You know, because you got to
Yeah.
think of it as like, can you really see someone being called Barbara for the rest of their life?
I was thinking Barbara, like that was, oh my god.
Like, I don't like how, like, people are like, I'm going to name my kid a nickname now.
Like no kid's gonna be named Karen in the next 3
I know for a
years.
fact when one of my bosses used to be named Barbara, and for some reason I saw it so many times that I started calling her Babara.
Like Hannah Barbera.
Capybara.
I started calling her Babara, and the problem was like when I was in person with her, I had to call her Barbara, but when I was with my mom, I'd call her Barbara because for some reason I said her name one time. Because I don't know who names their kid Barbara anymore.
I'm gonna name my kid Barbara Ann.
Barbara Ann.
Barbara Ann.
Barbara Ann.
I didn't know that's what they were saying. I thought they were just saying nonsense.
I just know it because of the Minions.
I get that. I get people doing it too early.
Banana.
I mean, I know what my kid's names are gonna be already.
What are
I
they
have
going to
an
be?
idea,
What are they
yeah,
going
but
to be?
His name's gonna be Liam O'Shea.
Liam
and then
O'Shea.
there's gonna be one that's named Ruth O'Shea.
Kids who are
Liam's another name for William, which is my middle name, and Ruth after Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
That's so slow. What?
kids who are born with the name Liam are menaces to society.
What about Barbara?
Wow, do you hate the Irish?
What's wrong
Yeah,
with Liam?
they're crazy.
And
my-
Liam
That's
Payne.
That's my kid you're talking about.
I have two names that I want. I have Anastasia and Jean. Yeah.
John.
One's so cool and one's so basic.
What do you
See, I feel like anyone.
Anastasia. John.
No,
Yeah.
like no Jean. Like
Oh,
Jean.
like Jean.
Like
yeah, that's
Jean,
right.
but with the accent on it.
Jean
Yeah.
Valjean.
See, I feel like anybody named John or Jean, it doesn't matter. Jean, I don't care. They're all the same. They're just different pronunciations of John.
Oh,
And
I
feel
hate
like
the French.
Oh,
John is
Jean
so
Baptiste.
basic as well. John, Thomas, what are
What
some
about
other ones?
Thomas the Tank Engine?
Luke. Those are all really
Diesel?
basic names.
My God.
See,
Henry,
My kids.
Philip. Come on, can you get any more creative than
When-
just flipping through a textbook and reading these names?
Matthew.
But
I hate that name.
Matthews Band.
what's I mean,
That's my best
Dave
friend.
Matthews Band.
when I get married, I'm gonna let my husband decide the names. So he better
You're not
come
gonna
up
have
with the
any
names.
say?
No.
You don't have
You're the
any
one that's
ideas?
going through all the pain.
Maybe just for the girl, for the guys, boys you can. But like, that's it.
My boyfriend was like, I want to name my kid after me, and I said no.
Nope. Yeah, I know. Yep.
No, we're not having
be a
junior.
I've heard that statement many a times.
See, I've always had it in my life where I want to name the boys and then he can name the girls. So that way, like, it's still 50-50, but we have to agree upon the names.
But what if you only have girls?
Then we're still agreeing upon the names. And also in the Jewish religion, at some point, somewhere in the middle or the first name, it has to start with the first letter of someone who passed away recently. And in my family, that was my grandpa, who started with S. So we have to fit an S name in there somewhere.
So
Sammy.
Sam.
Steve.
Well, no, we're not doing. Okay, we're not doing Steve because that's my dad's name,
Oh.
and we're not doing Sam because that's my sister's name.
Crazy.
So that's out. Both
Sammy.
names out.
My family, there's like 5 million Poles. So
Well,
like,
my
you
brother
don't know what
is
Pole you're talking
Samuel
about.
Lewis Killy the Fourth.
Oh,
The fourth.
he's the fourth.
Yeah, that's
Wait, is your boyfriend a junior?
Yes.
I mean, then I kind of understand.
No.
So your kid would
If
be a
I
third.
was a boy, I would have been sound like I was in the monarchy.
But I think it's more for it's like
Confusion.
see, because I know the reason why my friend wants to name his kid Chris is because of his dad, not because of him.
Nah, not happening. As someone who lives in a household with two people of the same name, it's way too confusing.
But does he have
Because
a
you're like
nickname?
Sam, and the two people scream. It's a mess.
Does he have a nickname?
Well, my dad is Dad. That's his nickname, and my brother is Sammy, which he
Sammy.
does not like being called anymore. But
See, I
Does
have
he have a new name that he goes by?
Sam.
I have a brother
So
named
basic and
Paul. My dad's name is Paul, and my
Paul.
grandfather's name is Paul. So like, my brother is not even a third. His just is Paul Nicholas.
Oh,
And then my dad's like Paul Jr. And then there's Paul
P3.
Sr.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. But when you said Paul Nicholas, I immediately thought of, isn't that Santa? But then that's Saint Nicholas.
Everyone
My
calls him
bad.
Saint Nicholas.
Oh,
Like
I love
Growing
Paul
up.
Nicholas.
Paul Nicholas, but it's spelled like German away.
Two first
Nicholas.
names. Red
Shit,
flag. Red flag.
Red flag, JJ's or JP's
J.
or
Jonah
AJ's.
Or J names.
Thanks,
Just in
pal.
general. Yeah. I don't like J names.
Thanks.
You're
I
welcome.
want my kid to be named something really like toxic, like Turbo.
Brittany.
Turbo.
I want my son's name to be Alejandro.
The snap.
Or something
Alejandro.
very Italian.
All right. Linda, for you, what is something a lot of couples do too early?
Go all the way to home base. Like, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah, kids
How
that play
early?
baseball.
Like,
What do we
within
view
like
as
a
home
day or
base?
two? Like,
Oh
what
my-
you
You know what
doing?
home base is.
No
You know what home
shame.
base is.
Like, what you
I
doing?
think I know.
Oh, are you talking from experience over there, Emily?
Do not go to.
No.
Do not
Oh,
go
okay.
to. Do not never go to home base first date.
No, that's
No.
gross.
I feel like you kind of
unethical.
ruin the
Yeah,
experience.
it's unethical.
It is
Unethical.
unethical.
Consumption.
Sometimes when that happens, I want to become a nun.
You can't spice it
No
up after
offense,
that
but
very
who
much.
are you to talk about ethics over here?
You could get plenty spice. You could be a
Are we going to
dog.
ignore the fact that Linda says she's going to be a nun?
Yeah, I want to become a nun after.
After you
people
just
do
give
that.
birth to like 80 children, yeah, I'm gonna be a nun.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. No,
I don't think
become a
they'll
nun.
take
That's
you.
the plan.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't
You
think you
can't
need
join
to.
the nunnery with kids.
and
Do you
yes, you
need
can
to-
actually.
Do you need to be a
No, they have
virgin
to be
a nun?
adults.
There's no way that they'll be a virgin.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you don't have to.
You don't have to be a virgin.
Nuns are the freaks.
That's-
Yes. Emily, what about
How
you?
would they even know? How would they
Okay.
even?
What?
I mean,
This has been used before.
Emily, what is something a lot of couples do too early?
Okay. Okay. So my boyfriend has a sister who's dating a guy who has the same name as him and his father,
That's
which I think is
hilarious.
like kind of weird. And they went so fast. They started living together after like 3 months.
oh wow.
I think maybe even less than that. And they got a dog 4 months in.
How long have they been together now?
They've been together for like a year and a half.
Okay, they got potential.
But they got the dog like a minute into the relationship. They're like, it's ridiculous.
That's a big commitment.
is
like
it their
whole-
fur baby?
Oh my god, they're so annoying.
Yep.
I love dogs. I love all creatures. I have never disliked a dog. I hate this dog.
I still think that's a big commitment.
Have
It's
they
such a
decided
big
who gets the
commitment.
dog if the relationship ends?
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
God,
That's gonna be
she-
the
I
hard
knew-
one.
Like we're like, all right, if this relationship ends, I get the dog.
Well,
Yeah,
here's the
that's
thing.
crazy.
I knew somebody
No,
who
you
would.
got the dog.
I knew someone who this girl I used to be friends with, her sister and her boyfriend at the time were seeing each other, and they were in a 2-year relationship where they decided to get a dog. The dog they purchased from, they got it from a breeder, a store, puppy store. Unfortunately, that store was selling sick animals, and that dog passed away.
You can't get from a store. You either gotta get from an ethical breeder or
the dog passed away, and then they were able to get a new dog, and unfortunately, they broke up when the new dog was entering the relationship. And so, because the dog was at his house, it was now his dog, and she had no rights to see him.
That's what I'm saying. You don't get a dog that early. If you've been together, let's say a year.
I feel like that's the new child custody, is giving your significant other rights to see your dog.
To save the relationship.
It's like, okay, you see him on Wednesday nights, I see him on these nights.
I get Christmas.
I get him on the weekends and holidays.
I think it's dumb.
It's my day.
It's my week. I want to see Fido.
Who cares?
Mr. Whiskers.
To me, that's just weird. That's just bizarre.
People are getting some people just move so fast and then enter a relationship and just become the relationship and not separate people, and it freaks me out.
I agree.
Can I just say, Devin seems like the type of person to get a cat instead of a dog.
I have 2 cats.
Oh.
You are such a cat person vibe.
Yeah.
Whiskers and Cinnamon.
Oh.
Like 14, 12 years old.
I love old cats. They're so grouchy.
Oh yeah, I'm a black cat. She'll
I'm gonna
sleep
come and
for
take
the
your
entirety of
black
the day.
Yes.
I'm going to take your cat away from you.
Oh.
Absolutely not.
Devin, did you go yet?
I have not gone.
You can go, man. What is something a lot of couples do too early in the relationship?
I mean, I'd say probably most likely this has to do with lots of relationships, and it's the fact that so many people say I love you so early. It's
It makes me
now
wanna
you're just
vomit.
using as how many people I'm hoping that I use it very
I love you
few
to the
times.
moon and back. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What would I do without your love? I think that I would just melt away. I need you in my life all the time.
I
Please
would
don't
just
leave.
hope that it takes I only have a few people in my life that
I love you
in a
3,000.
relationship that I actually say that to before I can actually find the person that I have my family with. Because if you keep using it early and keep using it in every single relationship, then it just becomes does it really mean anything?
Can I do one more?
Absolutely.
I love you 5 ever.
How deep is your love? Is it like the ocean?
It's just
Can I just say though that I hate when people say I love you to me just in general, because I get weirded out. Yeah, I get weirded out when people say it, especially if it's a guy friend and they're just I love you, Lynn, and then you're just
David, that's your time.
I mean, besides my family, I think it's.
I would never lie to Linda.
I think besides my family, I say it to one person.
What?
Yeah. I love you. Beside my family, I think I say it to one person, really, 1, 2 people.
You don't love your family?
I don't
No,
say
I
it to
said
my
besides my family.
Says my
sorry,
people that I
misheard
say
you.
I love you
I'm
to is
I say it to my dogs and I say it to my mom.
Dogs and my coffee.
I say it to my family, and I
I'm
say it to
like-
my friend Matt and my friend Allison. I love those two.
I'm just I love you, B.
I think my favorite is to say, I love you, but please stop.
I love you, bro.
It's just listen, I think you're great, but just stop what you're doing at all times.
Absolutely not.
I'm I hate you.
That's my I love you. I hate when I say I hate you.
I feel like for me personally, something that I think
I hate
I've been seeing a lot of couples do, and is way too early in their relationship, is go on a cruise.
On a cruise.
On a cruise?
I've seen a lot of couples do it, or even a lot of couples plan it, and that to me is scary because
That's how the relationship ends.
to me that is a
random place,
huge ass commitment. Now, you think a dog is a commitment? Here's the thing: you guys are leaving the country together. You guys
Good.
You can literally have your partner be gone and no one will know. Here's another thing: you can go overboard and nobody.
That's what I'm saying. When in doubt, knock that B overboard.
I'm also thinking to myself, you
Who's
have to
gonna
pay.
find her?
You're gonna have to pay so much money for the all you can eat and all you can drink I mean, that's one thing. Then you're also paying to go ahead and see the attractions in these different areas. That's a lot of money, a lot of trust, and a lot of time. I think, and plus you have to make sure you can get off that week in advance. Like, boy.
Can I just say that, you know what? I'm going to go to Vegas now and just get married with the person.
See, like, that's different. Some people are cool with that, but I feel like just to go ahead and go on a cruise, let's say a year in, bro. I remember I was saying that, like, with Shane and I've been together for quite a while, but I was like, I want to go on a cruise with Shane. And my friend was like, yeah, I just got with my boyfriend like last month, and I really think that we're going to book a cruise to Greece. And I'm like, Greece. I'm like, girl, are you sure?
Insurance.
So that's that honeymoon phase.
I was like, are you sure? She's like, I have family there. I'm like, I don't care.
They hate each other.
I'm like, I don't care how much family you've got.
You're a month in and you're meeting the
whole
Greece
family.
Like, come on.
See, the Greece family's crazy, but like I
it's
feel
one
like
thing to meet your mom.
Yeah.
But like,
see, my relationships won't last with a week.
My great aunt
fat Greek wedding.
A week.
Yeah. It'll last 24 hours, maybe 48.
My cousin went away for a wedding, and she was like, the couple have to get married in other places than America because the dad is banned from America. So everyone had to go to like different parts of the world. So they had a wedding recently in Italy because the dad's not allowed to go in America.
That's so
I think that's crazy in itself.
funny,
if you're banned from a country, I think that's a red flag. Unless it's
Really?
Or
a red flag.
Reason.
I think that the whole idea
Not
of
like being banned from a Target.
Yeah, what's the cool reason for being banned from a country?
I just think that some of those things are
like,
big.
oh man, you're a swashbuckling pirate.
50
Arg.
counts of war crime.
Depends on the war crime, okay?
So here's the reason why we're talking about things that are just too early in dating, because I don't know how this was okay, but after 7 dates, right, a woman had gotten a tattoo.
Oh no!
Oh, it's always the tattoo.
No.
Of
Tattoo's
her
so
name. So a woman had gotten a tattoo of the man's name. I'm sorry. And he felt very uncomfortable because they've only gone on 7 dates.
Yeah, that's crazy.
7 dates. They've gone on 7 dates, and he got freaked out because apparently she got his full name.
Oh, that's crazy.
Government name?
Full
That's
name.
The
crazy.
whole government.
Tattooed on her leg permanently.
That's crazy.
She'd be giving it a heart too.
That's so weird.
That's
That's
no,
a huge red
no.
See, if a guy told me to get their name tattooed on them, I would still say no. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone wants
this guy
their name
didn't even want her to get this. Like,
I know, but like I joke around with like guys and say I'm gonna get like their name tattooed on me, but like I'm just joking around.
I would not do
you
that
actually
until
want
like
that?
until I have like kids. and,
He
like,
said
I
that
know
he was
the-
so shocked he actually choked on his own saliva. She was so excited to show
7
him.
dates. Like,
Apparently she has it done on the leg. It's on the thigh. So she was like, oh my God, I have something to show you. They go into the bedroom and she goes, look at my surprise. And she lifts up her dress and she goes, look at my thigh. And he just goes,
Immediate restraining order.
Did he still hit though?
no, oh my god,
oh my God, I don't
absolutely.
even think you are quite an ass. I feel like
Just one last time, you know?
she
Let's just do a quickie real quick.
she is like head over
It's
heels.
crazy, but I
Thanks
guess
for the memories.
People are saying like, oh my God, congratulations on your like, not
Thanks for the
what's it called? Not official wedding. So basically they're saying like, yeah, it's done.
like 7 days. It's crazy.
I know someone here at the radio station who used to go here. They actually had gotten a tattoo of their significant other's name on their body.
What a mistake.
And they're tattoo artists. And I was very concerned about that. I was like, are you sure, man? Like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, I've never been so sure. They're engaged now. So I'm happy for them.
okay.
But,
Still.
dude, I felt like it was only once again like a month in and he got it
Tattoo
done.
after you're married freaks me out. Like, I would never get a person's name unless it was like my kid.
It has
Yeah.
to.
And even then, no.
That's what my parents say.
I feel like a date is probably like safer. Like,
Yeah.
Unless
or a
like I know
number.
like I like I'm never gonna get sick of this person. Like I'm gonna be with this person for the rest of my life.
You know what?
To be
not,
honest,
I'm
The
not
only
doing it.
name is a pet name I would get tattooed.
to be honest,
I'd get my cats tattooed like on me, like
cinnamon.
cinnamon or whiskers.
Yeah, one on
Names,
one
cinnamon
ass
on-
cheek and the other ass
Whiskers.
cheek,
No!
whisker and cinnamon.
You should get a
Sprinkling.
One
Get a stick.
Tata than the other.
you should get a stick of cinnamon with whiskers on it.
can I just say that now I'm gonna go get a new tattoo and get everyone's names
That's
on my
clever.
body.
Yeah, I'm gonna get cinnamon and whiskers on my forehead.
So how would you feel if your significant other right now just went ahead and said, "Hey, I'm going to get this tattooed on me"?
I would break
I
up with
didn't
them.
have one.
I'd be like, "You're stupid. Goodbye."
I'd be like, "Where are you getting this?" And then I'd be like,
Oh,
"Are you
why
sure
are you
about
getting
this
this?
location?" And then I'd be like, "Are you sure this is really what you want to
I feel like
do?"
the minute you enter that two parlor, we're done.
It's
I feel
let's
like-
put this in your. Let's put you in their shoes.
I feel like
What
I
if
can't say
Shane
no.
got it? What
I
if
feel like I
Shane got
can't
your
say
name-
no.
your
Like he
name
can't
tattooed
say
on you?
he
On
can't
him.
say no to me getting a tattoo because that's my body, right? I feel like I can't say no to him getting a tattoo because that's his body.
But if it's your name on his body,
I feel like, listen, I know that we're gonna be together forever. Like I don't really care,
that's what
but
you say now.
yeah. But here's the thing.
Post
I really,
tattoo, everything changes.
I'm not saying that that's but I'm saying in my opinion, I really don't want him to get my name or anything like that on him or me. I just feel the best bet would be like if you want to do wedding rings, safe,
What if-
safe option.
That
What if
freaks
he
me
did
out,
like
too.
a really cool J, like like in the beginning, like the.
Some people do that on the ring.
SpongeBob?
Some people do it on the ring finger because they're like, oh well, I don't want to go ahead and get a ring, so I just put the initial, and it's like,
That's
okay.
how cheating happens.
Is it?
J for Jesus, not J for my girlfriend.
Jeez.
I'm married to Jesus.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get a tattoo for Devin.
Oh, where? Where are you
tattoo
getting
for
it?
Devin.
On your forehead?
Yeah, on my forehead.
On your
Oh, what kind of
butt.
font? Comic
Scripts.
Sans.
Comic Sans, actually,
Iris.
maybe.
Yeah, I'm getting it in Helvetica.
Helvetic.
Yeah, Times New Roman.
I cannot believe this whole thing, though. So, do you think that this couple is a little too?
They're a little
doomed.
too much.
They're doomed.
They're like the
Seven-
couple you
seven
don't want to
dates?
hang out
Yeah,
with.
they're not still together, right?
I don't know about that information.
You don't
They
want to hang
can't
out with
be.
these people.
Break up! Break
Wait,
up!
yeah.
7 dates. It's not like you're in a relationship for like 7 years. No, this is 7 dates, bro.
What if they go on one date a year?
You might not even know her middle name. Like,
Yeah, that's what he said. He
You
said
don't
he's
even
like.
know her astrological sign.
Oh,
He said he felt very uncomfortable knowing that they don't have enough information on each other.
He definitely knows that. I'm sure that's what she talks about all the time.
it's like
What?
like
Her astrological signs.
Oh,
I gotta meet the parents first before I even think about. They probably even met the parents. Like
I think the problem here is that she is more sure of him than
yeah.
he is of her, and I think that's
Yeah,
the
no.
problem.
That is definitely a problem.
100%.
I feel like, I mean, is there ever a time where both people are 100% sure about each other? I feel like it's so rare, but I feel like getting a tattoo is extra,
Yeah,
just
no.
like
I'm
over the top.
0% unsure about everyone and everything.
my
so no
trust
thanks.
issues could never.
Yo, I don't know, man. I feel like I would not go through the pain, and then for them to be like, I don't like it. Like, come on.
This is like the
So
one
funny.
question. Like,
And she
would you still love
surprised
me?
him. It's not like she went to him and asked
How
him
much is removal?
what.
How much was it?
$1,000.
How
I
much?
feel like at
Probably.
that point you get
How
a
much
cover
was
up.
the tattoo?
I have no idea.
Too much.
It's like the tattoo stylist
it's
is like,
like $300
she's like
bucks.
she's like, oh, like he asked you to get his name tattooed on you. She's like, no, I'm just getting it as a surprise. And she's like, oh, okay.
I mean, can tattoo artists decline
So
putting on
let me
names?
know how that
yeah,
goes. Let
a
me know
lot
how
of
that
tattoo
goes.
artists are like, I will not put a name on a person.
It makes sense, especially unless it's like really, really emotional, like it's your
Yeah,
child.
it's your
fine.
mom or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel for a significant other just to be like, oh my god, I
could
really
be
love Jasper James Mitchell. It's like, come on, really? That's 3 people
What
in
about
one.
JJM? Do you have a problem with?
Yeah.
I would get Jasper
I
James.
love Jasper
Honestly,
James Michael
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Mitchell
Mitchell
Musso.
Michael.
I would get Mitchell Musso.
Michael Myers.
You don't want to do that. He's just been arrested recently.
Why?
For intoxication.
Ah,
What?
that's
Wow.
nothing.
Wait, what
I
did he
thought
do?
he like
And
murdered
theft.
someone.
What did-
I'm
what did-
down for
Intoxication and theft.
That's
Oh.
nothing.
That's
Nothing.
nothing.
You don't want to have Matthew, James, the third,
Mitchell.
Fred on you.
The third Fred?
Frederick.
I love the third Fred movie.
There's
Would
a
you,
third
would you
one?
get it? Would you get
Yeah,
like an
Fred.
Is John
actor's
Cena in it?
like name tattooed?
Yeah, but I feel like that's so different than me dating that person. I feel like if, let's say, I got a celebrity on me, it's like, okay, that celebrity will never probably see me. Or if I do, like, they'll
Well,
see
what
through
if-
a picture.
Like that celebrity, like it, like especially these days, like it comes out that celebrity like hates like
I'd either do-
minorities.
Yeah. Well,
That would
that's
be
like
really
that's like
bad.
you getting like a Kanye West tattoo like 5 years ago, like,
That would be really
and then you
bad.
coming out with all the stuff that you just said just passed recently.
Listen, if you go ahead and get a tattoo of your significant other, I think you really need to be in for a rude awakening, and don't be shocked if it don't last.
And don't surprise
Yeah,
him.
like look at Pete Davidson having to cover up all his Ariana Grande tattoos.
And Kim tattoos.